Evening people, evening, welcome back to the channel. I know, Saturday night. New one for me, new one for you lot I suppose as well, unless you've been in this lobby for a fair amount of time. I think it's been running for a few months, if not years, this one. So we are live tonight for the Ring Calf. So it is just Nordschleife, that's all we've got tonight, just the Nordschleife, that's the only track we're racing. We're only going to race in GR3 cars as well, it's only 2-lap races as well, so that's just going to be the course of the event throughout the evening. 2-lap races here at Nordschleife, again, nothing else, just GR3 cars. Bop is on as well, so no advantages for anybody. Let me just have a look through the bump, blah, 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 blah. Lobby settings, 2-lap races, grid reverse from last race. Race 1 will be a random grid. Cars GR3, bop on, no fuel, no tyre wear. They start with 100% fuel, penalties are on weak, vehicle damages on light, and ABS and traction control allowed only. I'll get into the lobby quickly because I know they want to crack on and kick off with the races. So t-shirts and stickers still available, people. I'm about out of t-shirts, probably only smalls left now, but plenty of stickers if you want any of those. Hit me up, dartsmoker@googlemail.com. Right, lobby, evening. How are we doing, Ring Calf patrons? Let's, in fact, let me remember to turn the car sound on for you lot. Otherwise, you know, it's not so good, is it, when you can't hear these great big monsters ripping around this track? So we are live for the Ring Calf. It is going to be any second. In fact, let me... What? Come on. What's happening? Why is the cameras gone crazy? Ah, that's why. There's a car smashing into a wall. That's what was happening. People trying to burn tyres out here by the looks of it. He's stuck. It could have been stuck. Yes, ready. Sorry, Vectra. Let me just get into that. Yes. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do, is it? Come on. So, I've got to get back in, turn all that nonsense back on for you lot. What are you missing? Just that little track map in the corner with the Ring Calf in the bottom corner. Right, let's get ourselves on. How far back do we want? There's only... let's not go too far back. Let's get round this corner. Here we go. We'll go on board with... Jesus. I might get some of these names wrong, apologies. Obviously a lot of these Germans are drivers are Germans. Ooh, easy on the throttle there for Jess as we head down towards turn 1. Joe Benson up the front, Oderbrook in second, Vectra third. Let's just flick further forward so we can get all those drivers. Again, fast cars, these GR3s, plenty of aero. They will be wobbling around all over the place. But they should stick to the road. All racing soft tyres on as well. It's just about keeping it on that black stuff as you go through these twisty, turny circuits. Very difficult track as well, Nordschleife. Plenty of undulations. Plenty of corners to get it all wrong. Joe Benson out front. They've already got 1.7 seconds lead. Let's get ourselves on top camera. Look at the gap he's got already over Oderbrook. Look at that, 1.7, almost 1.8 seconds. There he goes. Oda through second place then. Vectra not too far behind him, being harassed though at the minute by Bachi and DIA 3SP Mart. Mart all over the back of Bachi, looking for a way through. Where are we? Just coming into Foxholes. J Caesar in at 6th then. Mondo in at 7th. Jas in 8th. Tor Ace Killer in 9th. Old Fiction in 10th. He's got Mattis in 11th, right up his rear end. Speedy Double XL and who's that? Donkey Shot in 12th and 13th. Having a little battle amongst themselves in those two BMWs. Still Joe Benson up front. Pulled another couple of tenths actually. Coming up towards Defence Valley. I'm not even going to attempt the German. I'm not even going to attempt it. I've got a map here in German that I've converted into English, but it's not very good. So Oda now pulls a bit of a gap over Bachi. Nobody spinning around off track just yet either. Vectra holding that 4th position, just opens up a little gap between himself and J Caesar. Mondo holding 6. Oh, looks like Mart's left the field somewhere. He's had an incident or an accident. Bondo into 6th then. Jas in 7th. Tor Killer in 8th. Old Fiction 9th. DIA 3SP Mart in 10th. He's been off track somewhere. A little bit slow. No damage on his car though, but under pressure from Mattis in 11th. Speedy Double XL and Donkey Shot as well. Still pretty close together. Speedy, oof, gets the tail out. Gathers it back up though. Joe Benson just making it look easy at the minute now. Look, 3.8 seconds. We're only lap 1. See driving the BMW. We've got the Lexus for Odebrook. She in the GR86. BMW for Vectra, Lamborghini for Caesar. What are you driving, Bondo? BMW, followed by Jas in the Porsche. Ace Killer in the BMW Warp Technologies. Old Fiction in, where are you, Old Fiction? And another BMW, popular car. Nobody in a Mercedes for this one. Speedy into 10th, as is Donkey Shot, Mart and Mattis now 12th and 13th. Mart in 12th, again no damage, not sure even where Mattis is. There he is, camera just catching up. Oh, getting it wrong through there though, now carrying damage. He's going to lose a lot of time. Back up to the front then, Joe Benson, 4.3 seconds. Hello from Jake's, Ian Marshall. Duco Verwis, how are you doing? If that's even how you say your real name. 4.5 seconds then for Joe Benson. He's I've been told that he is pretty much the quickest in the lobby. But it is going to be reverse grid for next race, so that does mean he starts from the back. Odebrook holding that 2nd place nice and comfortably. Bachi as well in the GR86, just tearing around, just 1.6 seconds behind Odebrook, not that far back really. Vectra holding 4th, still got J Caesar just close enough to be a little bit of a worry, not massively. Oh, maybe not so much now. Oh, Caesar pushed it a little bit deep through there. A couple of wheels on the gravel. Managed to gather it back up, but he's lost a lot of time to Vectra. Might put himself under a bit of pressure from Bondo, who's chasing him down. Still go ripping through there. Ace Killer holding on to that 8th place. Tucked in between Old Fiction and... oh, maybe not so much now. Yes, he again just manages to keep it on. Loses a bit of time to Ace Killer in front, then Old Fiction. Donkey Shot then in 10th, 5 seconds behind Old Fiction. 1.2 seconds between him and DIA 3SP Mart. Is Mattis in 12th now. Speedy's had an accident. He's now at the back of the pack. 13th position for him. 6.5 seconds down as well. This Joe Benson, 7.5 seconds lead as we hit the dotting up. Great big long straight for him to absolutely stop this. Nothing to worry about behind. Look how far away those headlights are. Brinky, evening brother, how you doing? Fancy a bit of this? Better hurry up because this lobby fills up quick, my friend. Joe Benson then stomping lap 1. He needs the band hammer or a little bit of ballast or something. A wheel taking off, maybe no spoilers. I don't know, something. Bacci into second. Oderbrook's got it wrong. Odebrook has dropped himself to 3rd position, a long way down from Bacci as well. Only 2 seconds behind Jay Caesar now. Very, very tight still, this mid-pack. Coming into the end of lap. Oof, a little bit sideways there for Jay Caesar. Petra in 5th then, losing a position. Mondo 6, Ace Killer in 7th. Jasek Media in 8th, Old Fiction 9th, Donkey Shot in 10th. Oof, get those wheels off that grass. Mattes in 11th. You'll have to correct me in the chat if I'm getting these names all wrong. Oh, Brinky's in. Oh, we're going to see Brinky on track. DI8, oh, Mark's got it wrong again. He's at the back, losing 2 positions. Mattis has got past him and Speedy. Now, if he finishes there, that does put him at the start of the grid for race 2. It is a reverse grid throughout the evening. It is only Nordschleife, so just be prepared for that. There's not going to be a different track. There's not going to be different cars. It's just going to be these great big beasts. Oh, Joe Benson lost a bit of time. Bacci been freed up a little bit. 5.9 seconds the gap, or 7.5. So the little Toyota trying to press home a bit of a push here in this final lap. Still nowhere to be seen at the minute, Joe Benson. Odebrook making that mistake in lap 1, losing that position to Bacci. He's in 3rd. Pulls enough time between himself and Jay Caesar to not be too concerned about him at the minute. Vetra again loses a position. He's dropped to 4th. Dropped to 5th from 4th. The pressure, all the sparks coming off the bottom of these cars as they hit the dip. In 6, Ace Killer almost pushing him round through there. Jas and Old Fiction just tucked up behind as well with these 2. Through they go. Donkey in 10th then, Mattes 11th, Speedy 12th, DIA 3SP Mart in 13th. Big gaps at the back of the field then. Big gaps at the front as well. Still 6 seconds ahead for Joe Benson. Bacci MD in 2nd position. Again, 6.2 seconds back. Loses a tiny bit of time through there. Odebrook then in the Lexus. 3rd position. Caesar 4th. Vetra still holding 5th at the minute. Still got this big pile of drivers looking for a way past. Let's get ourselves on board with bit of Old Fiction. Oh no! Who's that? That's Bondo. Bondo has just sent himself around that turn. The back end's let go. He loses a position. Well, he loses a couple. Oh no, he's only lost 1 position at the minute. Donkey Shot's not got past him yet. He's probably back on track. Jask Media gets it all wrong through there. Goes a little bit wide, leaves the door far too wide open for Old Fiction to come through, and he does so. Takes that 7th position. Now got to go back on the hunt for Ace Killer and Vetra in front after Bondo's departure. Bondo is back on track. Damage repaired now, but a long way down from the fight he was in. Under a little bit of pressure from Donkey Shot. Mattes in 11th, Speedy 12th. DIA 3SP Mart 13th. Again, just cruising, I think. Just knows he's going to start at the front of the race for race 2. Just a little bit of a wobble on. No tyre wear on this one, so it's all down to driver error. No fuel either, so again, you can't blame lack of fuel or too much fuel or whatever. So, what have I called that? The seesaw man, the wiper man, whipper man. Just come through there, down back towards Little Well then. I have got it just in front of me, look, on this crappy bit of paper. Still old school, less digital. Looking good though, Jose. Actually holding that second, not been able to close that gap up anymore. He's stuck it in the wall, a little bit of damage. Just jump on board with him. He gets the tail on the grass, gets it sideways, dings the front end into the wall there. It's going to slow him down against Jose Benson, obviously. That will allow Odebrook to close that gap up a little bit. Maybe not enough to make a move for the position, but enough maybe to just put the worries into Bacci if he can start seeing him in his rearview mirror. J. Caesar in 4th, then Vectra holding 5th. Ace Killer still tucked up behind him in 6th. Old Fiction 7th. Who else have we lost here? Oh no, those two swap positions. Then the Old Fiction got past Jessas. Tell me how to say that name, please. Bondo lost a couple of positions, then he went a little bit sideways. Stuck his nose into the wall himself. Donkey Shot and Mattis, DIA 3SP Mart and Speedy XL have all had a few incidents early on in this one. Oh, as we just catch Speedy dipping his wheels on the grass again. But it's all about this man. He led from the front and he stopped it. He had 7.5 seconds lead at the end of lap 1. He's now got 9.7. Couple of corners to go as well. Under no threat. He could probably do himself a little donut here and not even be concerned. There we go then. Last corner, back onto the start finish straight. Just the line to go across. And it is perfect from Jose Benson. Fastest lap as well, 6:27.9. Stomped it lap 1, stomped it lap 2. Bacci's going to come home in 2nd. Odebrook is going to take 3rd. J. Caesar, oh, he did come under a bit of threat then. The gap came down. Takes 4th though, Vectra 5th. Ace Killer in 6th. Old Fiction holding that 7th position. Jessas taking 8th, Bondo 9th after his mistake. Donkey Shot 10th, Mattes takes 11th. Mart's coming up this back straight. There is Speedy XL just behind him. Yeah, not sure what happened to Mart. He was in sort of a good midfield, 3rd, 4th-ish position. And then he wasn't. Mart taking 12th and Speedy will take 13th. So Speedy will be on the front of the grid for race 2. Gib Gas Mateus. Does that mean stomp on the throttle, Mateus? I'm sure that's probably exactly what that means. Stomp it. So, official results from the first race of the evening. Jose Benson on that top spot easily as well, just absolutely, yeah, made it look easy. We'll start from the back though for race 2. Bacci taking 2nd, Odebrook taking 3rd, J. Caesar 4th, Vectra 5th, Ace Killer 6th, Old Fiction 7th, Jessas, you might end up being called Jesus by the end of the night. That's not in an offensive way, just it's easier to remember. Jesus 8th, Bondo taking 9th, Donkey Shot 10th, Mateus. Is that you, Matthias? Is that Matthias in the chat? Your mate. He takes 11th, Mart takes 12th, and Speedy takes 13th. Right, so we've got a couple of extra drivers in the lobby. Who else has joined here? There's Brinky. Brinky's in as well. Oh, it's me. It's 14 drivers, 15 on the 15th. There we go. Race 1 done and dusted. Damn it. Throwing water down myself. What? Okay. Oh, God blimey. 7 minutes. That's a long time of listening to me talk waffle. But some decent racing there. Decent racing. Not too sure what happened to those boys at the back. Obviously, there was one or two off-track moments from the likes of, who did we see? Mart, Speedy XL, Donkey Shot, I think, had a bit of a mare with Matthias. A couple of those ending up at the back. But again, they do sort of gain a little bit of an advantage. They do start further from the front for race 2. Still, I've got 5 minutes of waffle to do. Come on, chat. Got to help me out. Ask me questions. I don't know. Ask me to ask you questions. Who are you here to see? There's 7 of you in the chat, or 7 of you watching. Who you here to support? What's going on? Who's racing? Who's doing what? Who's listening from their sim? Trying to gain inside information on who's where. It does happen. It does happen. People listen to the stream. It might be slightly delayed, but they get to hear, you know, if there's fuel wear and tyres going. I talk about all that. I talk about where they are on track. I talk about people crashing. Obviously, you've just heard what I've waffled about. And some sim racers actually sit and listen to that to pick up information on rivals. So, you know. And where are you all listening from, watching from? Because I know this is, you know, a German-based lobby. But we've got a Frenchman in here. We've got a couple of English guys in here. An Italian with that little thing in the middle. I'm not sure with that little. I can't see it. Can I? Yeah, I can. Yes, I can. Mexico. There you go. Look, there you go. What the bloody hell are you doing with us lot? What time is it in the morning, evening, day, night? What even planet are you on racing from Mexico with the Germans? Surely it's like... What time would it be? Like early in the morning? Must be like 7, 8 in the morning. 6, 7, 8 for you? You maniac. I hope you're not listening to me. What ride height should you have? Slam it, Dukes. Slam it all the way down. What fuel should I use? No, don't use 100 octane or diesel. Right, get some lighter fluid for your barbecue or your Zippo. It's awesome stuff. I ran a moped on lighter fluid when I was a ute. Ran out of petrol in my moped on the way back to my mates because, you know, we were going up for a barbecue in the summer. Squirted the old barbecue lighter fluid in the tank. Off we went. Faster than normal petrol, I'll have you that. Yeah, slam it, Dukes. In fact, take the suspension off it. Have no suspension. So, a few regulars in here then. It's just, there are usually a great big bunch of drivers in the rest of the one. We have got Joe Spencer, he is in. Odebruch, let's see, I'm going to get them all wrong. Batchy, Haslander, he's just joined. Ace Killer, he's in. Potter McPot, no sign of Potter McPot yet. He might be in later if he can find a space, because again, you can see now it's absolutely jam-packed and people just have to wait until somebody leaves. We've got Mattis, NRW, he's in the lobby. Ombra, no sign of him. And we have got Donkey Shot, no Roadrunner, I can't see him. Old Fiction's in the house. Jesus is in the house. I know it's not Jesus, but it's easier for me to remember. And Vectra, he better be in the house because it's his lobby, so... What a rhombus-shaped tyre work. I think I'm going to go and direct you to a Mythbusters video where they tested square wheels. And that's all I'm going to say on that one. Let's put it like, not at slow speeds. They don't. think you ought to explain in the chat what a rhombus is, using nothing but Roman numerals. Alright. But I've managed to chat for 5 minutes, and now we're into race 2. Stop chatting, Brinky. Get your foot on that throttle pedal. Other foot on the brake, obviously, so you don't have a false start. Here we go then, race 2. Completely reverse grid, except Brinky, because obviously he's a new driver. I think they've shoved Hasland somewhere near the back as well, because I think they think he's rapid, so they'll leave him there. Or they're leaving him on the line a long time. Lights go on then. Oh, held for an awful long time there. Ridiculous amount of time. Brinky gets a great big start going in the Warp Systems media livery as well. Gets a good drive off the line. Speedy XL in second. Under pressure from Mart, also in the Warp Systems livery. Mattis in fourth, then Donkey Shot fifth. Mondo sixth. Old Fiction in seventh. Ace Killer in eighth. Vectra in ninth. J Caesar in 10th. Odebrook in 11th. Bachi in 12th, Joe Benson in 13th, and yeah, Hasland they put at the back of the pack. He's gone for the Toyota in this one. Brinky has pulled out 3.5 seconds already. Speedy XL being a little bit of a cork at the moment. Drivers are not able to get past him. In second position, closing up on him. Is he going to make a move? Hugging that inside line, goes for the move up the inside. Has he got it right? Oh, he must have, because Speedy XL's ditched it in the gravel. Oh, they all go streaming past him, almost drops him to the back of the field. Oh, what a shame, from second all the way down to 11th for Speedy, with one little mistake so early on. That now releases Mart to disappear and try and hunt down Brinky. He's pulled a little bit of time over Donkey Shot already. Donkey Shot finds himself with a fuck. What? Did you slap someone as you drove past them with a 5-second penalty? One of the race marshals there. What happened? 5 seconds. Oh my god, Donkey Shot. Old Fiction in 4th. Bondo in 5th. Ace Killer 6th. Odebrook 7th. Vectra in 8th. Bachi in 9th. Jose in 10th. Speedy XO in 11th. Hasland has made up a couple of positions. He's got himself past J Caesar. And he's also got himself past Mattis. Brinky then, 4 seconds. Stomping away up front. 4.1 now. Almost carbon copy, rolling through in second. Oh, needs to start breaking away from Donkey Shot. Donkey Shot, the cork in the bottle at the minute. He's got that great big 5-second penalty to lose as well, which obviously he won't have to serve until the Dottinger straight. But 5 seconds, what did you do? What did you do there, Donkey Shot? Brinky then, 3.7 seconds. Mart's made up a little bit of time on him. Still got Donkey Shot in his rear view mirror, making a little bit of headway to pull away from him then. Old Fiction holding 4th. Ace Killer in 5th. Odebrook 6th. Another big midfield pack here going. Vectra 7th. Bachi in 8th. And Joe Benson in 9th. Oh, looking for a way through. Oh no, Vectra gets did he get a little nudge off Odebrook? I'm not sure if there was a tiny bit of contact between the two. He's back on track just as we see Bachi stick some wheels on the grass. That's going to allow Joe Benson to have a look up the inside, but no, Vectra, dirty tyres have caught him out. Unless there was contact. Oh, he's got a little bit of damage as he goes down and everybody drives through him. I'm not sure if dirty tyres just caught him out coming to that turn. He was still trying to brake at the same point. Got pushed out wide, but drops himself to 12th then. So let's go Forward again. Let's find out where it's happening. Old Fiction has made a move then. He's got himself past Donkey Shot. He can now try and haul in Martin in front of him. Mart's already trying to haul in Brinky, but Brinky now 4.6 seconds up the road. Making it look easy at the minute, as did Joe Benson in race 1. Donkey, you naughty boy, what have you done? Picked that up really early as well. I don't know whether you know, did you give the race marshal the bird on the line? What happened? I need to know. Odebrook all over the back of Ace Killer. Joe Benson all over the back of Odebrook. She's fallen off the pace a little bit, just 3/4 of a second back. Still getting a tow though, not that you need it around some of these turns. Hasland up into 9th, J. Caesar in 10th, Mateus in 11th, Vectra 12th. Oh no, he's made another mistake, I think. Has he? Maybe, because Bondo's just come tearing through him. Speedy XL at the back at the moment. Oh, we just catch him running off through there as well. Difficult track, Nordschleife. You've got to know it like the absolute back of your hand. Brinky showing us that he does know that. He's got the TOR plate on as well. Good lad. Or Mart then has been closed up by Old Fiction. He's got the tow. Oh, they're having a little bit of bump drafting then. Old Fiction not going to go for the move. Oh, I was going to say not going to go for the move just yet. A little bit of bump drafting, close the pair of them back up towards Brinky, but now Old Fiction looking to run past Mart. Who's got the advantage coming into these turns? Who's going to back out? Side by side for the pair of them through here. Oh, Mart's had to back out. Has that affected Old Fiction's line? He's managed to make it through there cleanly. It was a good move. On to lap 2 then. So just 2 lap races here at Nordschleife. Let me change that camera angle back up. It is Brinky way out front then, 4.7 seconds in the Warp Systems liveried BMW. Old Fiction in the Jack Daniels liveried BMW in 2nd. Another Warp Systems car in 3rd place. Odebrook in 4th, Joe Benson in 5th. Got Ace Killer in another Warp Systems car in 6th. Popular livery. Underfloor heating, that's the way to go. Bachi MD in 7th, all over the back of Ace Killer. Again, just such a difficult track to overtake on. You've got to be willing to risk yourself and the driver next to you, unfortunately, to go for moves here. Hasland 333 in 8th then, moved up, made a couple of positions, started from the back of the pack here. Mateus in 9th, J. Caesar making mistakes, drops to 10th, Donkey Shot in 11th, drops his penalty. Bondo 12th, Vectra in 13th, Speedy XL 14th. Got too many minions on your car, that's why you keep crashing it. I think they're faffing with stuff, they're pulling the handbrake when you're not ready for it. Joe Benson has stomped his way past the pack up to 4th position and already all over the back of DIA 3SP Mart for 3rd at the minute. Where will he make the move? It's a tricky part of the course to get any kind of position through here. There are opportunities, but again, you've just got to be absolutely inch perfect. You've got to know exactly where you are versus exactly where they are. They've got to know exactly what you're trying to do and defend if they can, or just, you know, it's such a difficult track. Look, I have to go a little bit defensive on the run down to this left-hander. feathering the throttle. Joe Spencer looks like he could easily carry a little bit more speed through there. Tiny mistake from Mark. Might have cost him. Fills that track right up with that BMW, but Joe Spencer carrying just a little bit more speed coming down towards his next corner. He's got the inside line as well through here. Nothing Mark could do. Just able to hold that inside line. Drops to fourth then, Mart. Now has a teammate Ace Killer behind him, but I don't know for how much longer. Bachi trying to run around the outside as they come over the hill. Lando as well right there in the other GT86, still side by side between Bachi and Ace Killer. Bachi's through. Ace Killer has to tuck himself into the slipstream, but has Landers now having a look at him. Look at them coming down here, absolutely stomping it through. Into 8th, then Mateus 9th, J Caesar 10th, Donkey Shot 11th, Bondo 12th, Vectra in 13th, Speedy XL 14th, Brinky 3.8 seconds up the road. Big gap that is. It's not impossible to drop that. You know, it's a big long track. There's an awful lot of corners still to play with, and it does only take one dreadful mistake. Spencer then making that move into third, all over the back of Old Fiction here as well, looking for a way past him as soon as possible. Again, it might be a little bit too. There is Brinky just going around that right-hander. Might be a little bit too late, even if Joe Spencer was past Old Fiction. I don't know whether he'd close that gap up on Brinky before the end of the race. Second, I thought that was Brinky's headlights facing us, but no, it was a big pile of sparks coming from underneath that car. Oh, Joe Spencer risking it. Loses a bit of time then in the hunt for Old Fiction. Falls back into the clutches of DIA 3SP Mart a little. Brinky then down towards the mini carousel. Just a couple of corners to go then. Through the lamb shank. Oh, he's off track through there. Gathers it back up, but he's going to run slow out of that turn. Old Fiction. You are going to see that gap come tumbling down now. Look at this, 2.2 seconds and closing. Brinky is going to be sweating. Back up to maximum speed now, but that gap, all that great big gap, has dropped to 1.5 seconds. Still falling. Not within slipstream, but I think it's still going to be a little bit too little. Old Fiction and Joe Benson still battling it for second coming into these last couple of corners. They will close up on him. Final corner to go then for Brinky. That great big gap diminished down to nothing then. Brinky does take the win in race 2. Old Fiction comes home in second. Joe Benson from the back takes third. Mark takes fourth. Bachi takes fifth. Haslander sixth, also from the back of the pack. Oderbrook takes seventh. Ace Killer takes eighth. Mateus ninth. J Caesar 10th. Donkey Shot. Oh, there you are. Okay, camera just catching up. Taking 11th. Vectra taking 12th. Mondo is going to come home in 13th. And Speedy XL a long way down, 11 seconds down. Had a few incidents though, poor Speedy. He doesn't take that 14th position though. There it is, race 2, done and dusted. Done and dusted. No more silly questions, Brinky. You won the race. That's enough. The Ringcaf says thanks. So, official results for race 2. Look at that. What a multinational grid that is. Brinky taking first, then Old Fiction second, Joe Benson taking third, Mark taking fourth, Batchy taking fifth, Haslander taking sixth, Oderbrook in seventh, Ace Killer in eighth. Got Mateus in ninth, J Caesar in 10th, Donkey Shot in 11th, Vectra 12th, Bondo 13th, and Speedy XL 14th. There we go. Race 2 done and dusted. Again, there's no sort of points, there's no championship. This is just for fun. It's just racing. That's all it's about. That's all it's about. I watched you make a mistake onto the back straight, Brinky. I watched it. I watched you hit the wall, and I watched them close up on you. And I even said, I bet you were sweating a little bit. Seeing Joe Benson, who started from the back, closing up. Were they 1 point something seconds behind you by the time you crossed the line? After a nearly 4 second gap. Cool. It was oof. Yeah. Yeah, nearly lost it. Did we have somebody not finish that race? 8 drivers there. 14. Who didn't race in that one? Who didn't race? Or who... No, we didn't have any DNFs. Oh, was it you, Jacek? Did you not race in that one? I don't think you did you? 47. Another 5 minutes of waffle. Yeah, don't take any advice from me in terms of cars anyway. In real life, yes. Ex-mechanic right here. But in the game, no. Physics ain't quite the same. Duke of Lewis, I thought he had the inside down with Bondo. Nope, I'm guessing not. I'm guessing not, Duco. So I don't know how long this lobby is going to stay open for. If it's open all night, I'm not going to be open all night. I think lobby starts at 8. I think a 10 o'clock cut off is probably the limit. So will Jesus be racing in this race? Yeah, so full lobby, again, very, very popular, the Ringcaf. Nordschleife in general is always a track that people like to race on, or at least like to turn up in lobbies. And you know, I think it was our favourite when we first started, just Nordschleife, just lap after lap after lap, just trying to beat each other's times, just trying to beat our own times, things like that. And because it's so long, it just it makes it such a challenge to be able to get it right for starters, to know the bloody corners for starters. There's so many. So knowing the track is one thing, then knowing how fast you can go around these corners, when to brake, where to brake over 13 odd miles, 20, what is it? There's something like that, 20, yeah. Where's lobby info? There we go, there it is. Yeah, 12.94 miles of race circuit. All those tricky corners to navigate. Lots of off camber. Not the widest circuit either. You know, we're lucky we've got Armco here, really, to be honest. Never used to have. Used to just fire yourself off into the forest, never to be seen again. $10 Dukes. 10 o'clock is cut off. Of the clocks. Right, race 3 is just about to get underway. Oh no, 47. I'm getting ahead of myself. It's all right. Really need to change those settings. I'm not getting full. Ooh. Potter McPot is waiting outside of the lobby to get in then. Ace Killer just asking Speedy if he's even racing. He's not clicked his go button. One minute. Still no space for Potter just yet. Speedy XL not made his mind up, I don't think. Yes, another 2 laps here at Nords then coming up. So that's all this ring calf is, just 2 laps, Nordschleife, GR3s, bop on, no fuel, no tyre wear. I don't think there's there's not really teams. I don't think Matthias, not as such. Okay, it looks like we're getting race 3 underway now then. Still, I don't think Speedy XL, Double XL is going to be racing, unfortunately. Potter is not in, so he doesn't get to race either. So another reverse grid. Jesus didn't race in the last race, so he starts from the front. Excuse me. They do like to hold them on the grid a little bit long, don't they? Not the fairest of starts, I don't think, the way they've got them set up. I mean, it's not the lobby host's fault, it's just the nature of the track. There is a great big corner for the drivers at the back to navigate through. Jesus then. Straight off the line, loses the lead to Bondo. Vectra in third. Donkey in fourth. Jesus, Caesar in fifth. Mateo 6th, Ace Killer 7th, Odebrook in 8th, Haslander in 9th, Bachi in 10th, Martin 11th, Joe Spencer in 12th, Old Fiction 13th, Brinky in 14th. No Speedy XL in this one. Bachi gone for the Porsche in race 3, same livery I think pretty much, but the matte green. Got too far far. Bondo then leads. Vectra and Jesus having a little bit of side-by-side bumpathon on the run down towards the hairpin. Hard on the brakes. Brinky at the back then after winning race 2. Bondo still leads. Vectra's not been able to close the gap up. Jesus is almost pushing him around some of these turns. In 4th then, no penalty this time. JC's a little bit pushed himself a little bit wide off the corner there, didn't affect him too much. There's a bit of a wobble for him though. Mateus in 6th, Odebuk right behind him in 7th, Bachi in 8th, again dips weird on the gravel through there. Haslander in 9th, Joe Spencer 10th, Mart in 11th, sorry, Ace Killer in 12th, Old Fiction in 13th, and Brinky 14th. Bondo making a mistake. Vectra all over the back of him. Nowhere to go for him through here. Jesus still on his tail. Throttle through there towards this right-hander. Tricky one, this big dip on the way in. Just wants to kick you out to the left-hand side. Easy to stick a wheel on the grass. I think we saw, might have been Vectra actually himself on that previous lap doing it just there. Still chasing down Bondo for that top spot then. A little bit of a nudge into the rear bumper on the way into that corner. External cam now then on the hunt for Bondo. Drafting down here, trying to pull away from Jesus behind. Big long straight, this one can carry a lot of speed through. Bondo just hugging that right hand side. It's the defensive line through here. Switches over, keeps his car right in the middle, blocks off the attack coming up to the left hand side in this next corner. Oh, but Vectra gets a little wobble on through there. Oh, he spun himself off track. A couple of positions, he's keeping himself out of the way. Oh, Odebuk comes flying through. Oh, it's chaos. I think Haslandia tried to come past him, slammed into the back of him, sent Vectra peeling up the road. I thought it was Odebuk just gave him a clip initially, but Odebuk carried on straight with, didn't go spinning round on track. So there's all sorts of positions changing here then. Bondo still leads. Jesus in 2nd, Donkey 3rd, Odebuk 4th, Bachi in 5th, Joe Benson in 6th, Mateus in 7th, Vectra in, oh, it was in 9th, he's now just lost that, sorry, he was in 8th, he's now just lost that to Ace Killer, he takes 9th, oh, Mart, very inside line there for Mart, did wheel on the grass but kept it straight. A lot of BMWs in this one, very popular car in the Ring Calf. Pile of drivers at the back then. Haslandia, the last driver, 5.3 seconds down. Again, I think it was him that came flying into the back of Vectra as he was trying to rejoin the circuit. Caught them both out a little bit. Affected Haslander more though, unfortunately. Bondo leading, holding his own against Jesus and Odebuk behind. With the 3rd place driver then. Chasing down Jesus. He in turn is chasing down Bondo. Feathering the throttle through that left-hander down towards the mini carousel. Oh, just have to back off the throttle there a little bit, Odebuk. Carrying a little bit too much speed through there towards Lamb Shank then. Again, another corner. Easy to catch you out. There's a big dip on the inside of that turn. It just unsettles the car completely on the way through there. Okay, got a little bit of a better view from Chase Cam. All will get in a slipstream. Jesus closing up on Bondo. Odebrook closing up on Jesus. Everybody else being left behind. Look at this. Odebrook all over the back of Jesus. Doesn't give him a little nudge up towards Bondo. It's Lexus versus Lexus right now then, as they've still both closed up on Bondo. It's going to be almost 3 wide coming into these last couple of corners. Great drive by Odebrook, just holding his nerve up the dotting up. Oh, so it's Vectra versus Vectra, but it's going to be a swap now, as that little mistake has cost Bondo the lead. I think. Yes, it has. Oh no! Oh no! Just gets the hammer on a little bit too early, Bondo. Round he goes after turn 1. So opens up the door then. 1.2 seconds, nearly 1.3 second lead then for Odebrook. Oh, so he stretches his limits for traction around there. Chase in second. Look at this. Joe Benson up into third again. Donkey Shot 4th, Ace Killer 5th, Old Fiction in 6th, Martin 7th, Vectra in 8th, Caesar 9th, Brinky in 10th, Bachi in 11th, Mateus in 12th, Bondo 13th after that mistake. What a shame from the lead of the race, where he was just about to lose the lead of the race, but unfortunately just put the power down a little bit too early around turn 1 and spun him into the wall. Haslander 33 seconds down. Odebrook then opening that gap up 1.9 seconds as Joe Benson goes for the move on Jesus. The hairpin down through foxholes. Jesus in that pause, chasing down Jose. All sorts of curves and lines being taken here. Joe Benson just being able to find the grip here at Nordschleife. Are you on pad? Are you on pad, Joe Benson? You can't be this fast on pad. It's an impossibility. I don't know whether you're on pad or wheel. If you're this quick on a pad, jeez. Just looking at the controls and how smooth he is, you know, okay. He's quick, but they just don't look super smooth like a steering wheel would be. And, you know, I could be wrong. If you're on a pad, my friend, then everybody else doesn't stand a chance when you get a wheel. Donkey Shot 4th, then Ace Killer 5th. Old Fiction in 6th. Malt now with a half a second penalty in 7th. A little bit of a gap back to J. Caesar, so he might be alright losing that. Oh, somebody off the track in the background. Who was that driving on the grass? Was that Brinky or was it Bachi? One of the two. Mateus in 12th, then Bondo 13th, and Haslander 14th. Odebrook then, that time coming down. Now Joe Benson has been released. Pretty much fastest man in the lobby, I think. On board with him, just 1.1 seconds between himself and race leader. Bumper cam through the right hander on the run up towards the carousel. One second now then, gains a 10th through the carousel on Odebrook. It's either now I'm saying you're on steering wheel again, but still it's very, very junky. But it's working. The gap down to 3/4 of a second between first and second now. Just losing a tenth again there. Loses another tenth. Tiny little mistake through that right-hander. Has he got the pace to catch Odebrook before last corner? Oh, I was going to say he was just about close enough to gain a toe if they hit the Dottinger straight at this speed at this point. But he has just lost another tenth to Odebrook in front. Nobody even visible on track behind them. 4.7 seconds back is Jesus. So just before we get onto that Dottinger straight, we're going to have a look through. There is Jesus in third, then Ace Killer in fourth, Old Fiction fifth, Donkey Shot in sixth, marked with that penalty in seventh. J Caesar has closed up on him, so that position might swap before the end of this race. He's sitting in eighth. Vectra goes a little bit deep there. He's in ninth. Dirty Tyres now though. Bacci in 10th. Brinky in 11th. Bondo in 12th. Mateus in 13th. And Haslander 14th. And here it is then. Odebrook on that back straight being harassed by Joe Spencer. Less than a second behind him. 0.6. To the brow of the hill then. Not closing as fast as he'd like, Joe Benson. He might just have to settle for second in this one. Depends what he can do under braking, coming into the corners ahead. Gap down to 0.4, still getting a toe up here. It's going to be a push to past if he does go for it. Closes up under braking. Odebrook is going to take the win though. Great bit of driving from Joe Benson though. Second place for him. Jesus are going to take third. Just Ace Killer comes in right behind him to take fourth. Old Fiction fifth. Donkey Shot sixth. We've got J Caesar in seventh. Marked across the line for eighth. Bacci in ninth. Vectra takes 10th. Brinky takes 11th. Bondo is going to come home in 12th. To make a position past Mateus in the end. He comes home for 13th. Very, very slowly. Haslander's going to get him if he's not careful. Oh, he does stick the hammer down now though. He does take that 13th and Haslander comes home in 14th. There they are, official results for race 3 then. Odebrook in top spot, Joe Benson second, Jesus in third, Ace Killer fourth, Old Fiction fifth, Donkey Shot sixth, J Caesar in seventh, Mart in eighth, got Bacci in ninth, Vectra 10th, Brinky 11th, Bondo 12th, Mateus in 13th and Haslander 14th. No double XL in that one. Is he still in the lobby? Oh, that's not what you meant to be doing. Yeah, he's still here. Not racing though. Minutes past then till the start of the next race. That's a full 6 minutes of nonsense from me. I've got nothing left to talk about. GTA 6 is delayed. There you go. Let's talk about that. What can we do? Nothing. It's the end of that conversation then, isn't it? It's the end of that one. Yeah, shame. I was quite looking forward to that at the end of this year. Pick up the old GTA 6. But no, pushed back till next year. It's going to be absolutely massive, I think, this game. From what I'm hearing, it's, you know, all the rumours and the 70% of the buildings are fully open. There's squabillions of NPCs, squabillions of random events that just happen. You know, you'll turn up at a bar, someone will start a fight, that kind of stuff. That's the kind of thing I think that's going to happen in GTA 6. All that sort of stuff. Cops actually act like police. They have to, you know, dispatch and come after you. They don't just spawn in right next to you and start blasting you without your knowledge. Gives you time to get away, but NPCs remember you. How about that? So if you rip someone out of a car, steal their car, 2 days later they might remember you and blast you or phone the police or something. It's going to be that insane. I think you've got to remember to put fuel in your car when you're driving, so it's not just ripping your car around away from police all the time. I think the wanted system's going to be a little bit more different as well. It's not just going to be about, you know, hide around a corner so the police can't see you for the next 30 seconds or something and then your stars go away. There's going to be all sorts of stuff involved. It's going to be pretty good. Forget Forza, not interested in that. I never liked the look of Forza, if that makes sense. I don't know what it was about it. I don't know if it was just trying to be too... I don't even know. It was too bright for my liking, Forza. I don't even know if that makes sense. Too glitzy. I don't know. It's weird. Oh no! Joe Spencer is off. He has left the room. Where is a Potomac Pot? He was waiting to get in. Beastie Bub has joined the room though. Anybody else new? Mateus, Odebrook, Haslander. Jesus has left the room as well now. So Beastie Bub's joined. We've still got Speedy XL and we are one driver missing. Well, we've got one space in the lobby. But I'm surprised Potomac Pot's not in already. Unless he's gone off to do something else. Nope. Follow Philo on OnlyFans, not OnlyFans, OnlyFans for GT7 setups, apparently. There you go, Potomac Pot finally in the room. The Beastie Bub as well. I'll see how he gets on. He has many, many stickers on his Porsche. Let's see if we can get on track quickly and have a look at how many stickers. Where is he? All the stickers he's got. He's got all the stickers. Bully dog smashed on the back end as well. So if you're looking for POV, if you want some point of view of a race, then you can actually, if you look in the description, there is lobby host Vectra 111. His POV race is live over on his channel if you fancy some of that. We'll pop over, obviously, you know, give him a like, that sort of stuff. He's set this lobby up, and I think it's him that sets it up every night. So, you know, show the love. Go like, subscribe if you haven't already. Do the same here if you haven't already. But yeah, go to show the love over on Vectra's channel. And then turn him off and come back over here, alright? Forget him. You don't want POV, do you? Boring. Not unless he's got his mic on and he's swearing in German, then that might be quite fun. I don't know any German swear words. Let to get myself in this lobby just so I don't Mastodon smashed on the back by Metallica. Raw. I thought that said Imodium for a minute on the front. Caesar, thinking he's at the car show. Got his car parked up, looking cool. Yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about. The drivers at the back, all the way back here. Look, compared to drivers, look round the corner, miles away. On the line for a little bit longer as well. Again, Pot then, new to the lobby, leads us away. Get in, turn one, right. Oh, Beastie Bob sideways already had a turn one in the Porsche, but he gathers it back up, sticks the hammer down. Pot making a bit of a break for it, 0.9 of a second already. Beastie Bob second, Haslander in third, Mateus in fourth, Brinky fifth. Bondo sixth, Vectra in seventh, Bachi in eighth. Got Mart in 9th, J Caesar in 10th, Donkey Shot in 11th, Old Fiction 12th, Ace Killer 13th, Odebrook in 14th, Speedy XL in 15th. Different colour livery then, he's dropped the minions, he's gone for the Breaking Bad. Hoping the Heisenberg will help him out. Ultimate Pot then, Team Oliver Racing. Go and check those out on Facebook and probably a bit of them on YouTube as well. Truck Racing Team, Maniacs. If you haven't seen Truck Racing yet, I very, very highly suggest you go and watch it. It's absolutely insane. Haslander up into second. He's now on the chase for Potomac Pot. Mateus as well, past Beastie Bub. Beastie Bub drops to fourth. Brinky tucked up behind him. Bondo tucked up behind him. Vectra then in seventh. A little bit of a gap back behind him, behind Bondo to Vectra. Not massive, still getting a bit of a tow. Bachi all over the back of Vectra. Apologies. Just about to get past each other, I'm not sure. Oh, I think there was a little bit of contact there between Vectra and DIA 3SP Mart, just coming around that corner. I think the position has been given back. Vectra maybe getting a little bit pushy through there. Caesar in 9th, Donkey Shot 10th, Old Fiction in 11th, Ace Killer 12th, Odebrook 13th. Beastie Bub makes a mistake all the way down to 14th position, and Speedy XXL in 15th. So up front, Potter McPot still leads. They did have 1.2 seconds just before that corner. That drops to 0.9, 0.8. No Joe Benson in the lobby now. So who's the next fastest driver? Oh, Potter McPot goes a little bit deep through there. He does. Oh, gathers it back up, but very slow to get back up to speed. Haslander is going to run around the outside. Come on, cameras, keep up. And he does, slots himself into first then. Ultimate Pot tucks himself in right behind the GR86. Trying to gain as much of a slipstream as possible. Hang with Haslander then up until the Dottinger straight. Maybe go for that move back unless he can get it done before that. Mateus in third then. Brinky in fourth. Bondo 5th, Bachi right behind him in 6th, Mart holding 7th, pulls himself away from Vectra, almost a second between him and Vectra. J Caesar now right behind Vectra as well. Different lines through there. Ooh, J Caesar nearly got a wing up the inside. Old Fiction as well has closed the gap up on these two. Jack Daniels working for him, Ace Killer in 11th, 2.1 seconds back unfortunately. Odebrook behind him, 0.8 of a second. Beastie Bub another 2.7 seconds back. Donkey Shot as well has made another mistake. He's down to 14th. Speedy XL 15th in the Breaking Bad livery. 7 seconds down. Haslander already trying to make a break for the win here. 0.8 of a second ahead of Potter. Maybe the smaller, lighter, more agile Toyota. Slightly better around this circuit. Maybe not quite as wide either. Again, BMW a very popular choice. Oh, I nearly didn't get my words out then. Potter catching me out. A very popular choice in this lobby, but Potter just pushing it a little bit too hard again through there. Trying to keep that gap between himself and Haslander, but it's costing him more than anything. Oh, and again through there sideways. And that allows Mateus and Brinky to close up. Oh, that's Potter McPot gone again. He's on the same tyre. I'm not sure what he's doing, but he's getting it all wrong at the minute. Mateus drops into second position then. Brinky throws himself into third. Potter McPot from first, down to fourth now. Bacci in fifth. Mart in sixth. All over the back of the German in fifth position. Mexican J. Caesar in seventh. Vectra in eighth. Old Fiction in ninth, being harassed by Ace Killer, who in turn is being harassed by Odebrook. Wobble there from Ace Killer. Odebrook's going to make a move up the inside. And through he goes into 10th, then Ace Killer down to 11th. Oh, Donkey Shot. Donkey Shot gets the carousel all wrong. Sorry, the mini carousel all wrong. Beastie Bub goes through to take 12th. Donkey Shot takes 13th. Speedy XL up into 14th. Bondo's now made a mistake. He's dropped himself to 15th. Again, easily done here at Nords. Look at this, 3.4 seconds then for Haslander. Mateus in second, Brinky third. Potter McPot trying to get a toe off of him up this Dottinger straight. 0.5 of a second back, but I don't think he's going to get the move done before these corners. No, too far back. Beastie Bub 12th. Donkey Shot after that little mistake in 13th. Oh, we've got driver's crash. Vectra's binned it into the wall. I don't know if there was any contact or whether he's just come in there far too quickly. But he has slammed himself into the wall. 13th place for him at the moment. So into lap 2 then of race 3. Haslander in first. Oof. Pushes it through there. Mateus in the second position, Brinky third, Potter McPot in fourth. Big gap up front then, 3.9 seconds for Haslander. BMW in second, third and fourth. Porsche in fifth for Bacci. Mart in another BMW in sixth. J. Caesar actually closing the gap up on him a little bit, 1.8 seconds behind him at the minute. Odebrook in 8th, 1.9 seconds behind J. Caesar. Ace Killer just 3/4 of a second behind him, getting a good toe. Fiction in 10th, a little way off of Ace Killer, 2.7 seconds back. Beastie Bub another 4.3 back. Donkey Shot actually closing up on him a little. Down into foxholes these two go. So Vectra, after his mistake, drops himself to 13th, 5.4 seconds behind Donkey Shot. There is Bondo still holding 14th. Speedy XL is actually getting closer to him, 1.3 seconds the gap between these two. Haslander opens that gap up again, up front 4.3 seconds now. Mateus holding second. Brinky and Potter still pretty close to him. There's about a second between these three. Bacci's not too far off either, just 1.2 seconds down. about these three BMWs at the minute. Who's going to come out on top here? It's currently this man, Mateus NRW. Nobody stands a chance against the race leader currently though, Haslander, not unless he manages to get that car off circuit, I don't think. 4.8 seconds lead currently. Halfway round lap 2 here. Mateus holding second. Brinky 3/4 of a second behind him. Potter another half a second behind him. Bacci's managed to gain about 0.2 of a second. Oh, he loses it again, unfortunately. Jumps back up to 1.2 seconds. Mart 3.8 seconds behind that pile of 5 in front. J. Caesar is closing up on him. Takes a couple of tenths out of his time. Gap now just below a second. J. Caesar is in the Mercedes for this one. Odebrook in 8th then. 1.1 off of Caesar. Ace Killer 0.9 of a second back off of Odebrook. Old Fiction another 3.2 back from Ace Killer. Another 5.8 back to Beastie Bub. Donkey Shot still right there with him. Vectra still 5.5 seconds down. Bondo still holding 14th, and he has opened that gap up to Speedy, still in 15th. Making light work of it at the minute then, Haslander. BMWs are still right there. The Porsche now well involved in this fight. Oh, mistake from Potter. Mistake from Potter. He sees the BMW backwards around that corner. Loses the position. Mark goes past him. Oh, a few drivers go past him. He's Brinky's made a mistake around there as well. Bacci MD is having all the luck thrown at him on this last lap. 2 of the 3 BMW drivers deciding to throw themselves out of their way, or out of his way themselves. So a little bit too far back to have a go at Mateus at the minute. Brinky then losing a position. Hart up into 5th, Odebrook into 6th, Ace Killer 7th, J. Caesar 8th, Old Fiction in 9th, Potter McPot back on track in 10th, Beastie Bub in 11th, Donkey Shot in 12th, Vectra in 13th, Bondo 14th, Speedy 15th. 6.7 seconds ahead now. Nobody close enough to go for any moves up the back straight here. Nobody getting a toe off anybody else. Gap's big enough to not allow that to happen. Oh, Old Fiction's going to have a go at J. Caesar. He pushes him up the hill a little bit and then goes for the move. Side by side for these two. Going to be Old Fiction that takes it. I have missed race leader Haslander taking the win then. Mateus taking 2nd, Bacci 3rd, Brinky 4th, Mark taking 5th, Odebrook 6th, Ace Killer coming home in 7th, Old Fiction taking that position off of J. Caesar up the Dottinger Straight. He comes home in 8th, J. Caesar 9th, Potter McPot takes 10th after that terrible mistake in their 2nd lap, Beastie Bub 11th, Vectra taking 12th, Donkey Shot 13th, Bondo is going to take 14th. And Speedy XL coming home in 15th. There it is, done and dusted. Another race in the bag. Yeah, tricky circuit. Nords. Has Landa on that top spot. So probably 2 more races, probably, depending on what time they start this next race. 30. Yeah, we could probably do 2 more. Probably do 2 more. Official results then. Has Landa on that top spot. Mateus second, Bacci in third, Brinky fourth, DI83 SP Mart in fifth, Odebrook in sixth, TOR Ace Killer in seventh, Old Fiction in eighth, J Caesar in ninth, TOR Potter McPot in 10th, Beastie Bub 11th, Vectra 111 in 12th, Donkey Shot 13th, Bondo in 14th, and Speedy XL 15th. Bondo, you just sound so Australian with a name like that. Bloody hell, Bondo. No problem, Vectra. Speedy XL has left the room. Okay. Okay, we might be losing Mateus and we might be losing Odebrook as well, maybe. Again, it is just a fun lobby. There's no points, you know, there's no championship involved in this. It is just a fun evening. JC's are changing his car again. He's gone for the Audi R8 for this next race. I'm not saying Mateus and Odebrook are leaving. I'm just saying that they're putting thanks all and thanks for good fights and racing, but I don't know if that's their auto replies. It's not said they've left the room. Speedy's left. Don't forget to drop those likes, people, if you haven't already. Share it out, you know, if you know people who are interested in this sort of stuff. And I don't know. I'm ready for another one. I'm okay for more. Yeah, no. That's just more racing. I said I was here till 10. I'm here till 10. If you lot kick me out of the lobby, then we're not. But that's about the size of it. But I'm here till 10. Anything else coming back in that chat? Still racing? Nobody's, you know, people aren't leaving. Well, apart from Svenny, who's, oh, that's Odebrook. Okay, he's left. So, Vectra is the king. Well, he's lobby host. It's entirely up to him. If you want me to carry on streaming, I'll carry on streaming. Okay, looks like the lobby's staying open. Our next race should be in 1 minute's time. See how J Caesar gets on in that Audi R8. Again, BMW seems to be a very popular choice in this this league. What kind of cheesecake do I like? the nicest kind. I like all cheesecakes. So enough of that, Duco. Get on with the racing, look. That's the wrong direction, Beastie. How far is he going to get, do we think? How far? Oh, that far. That's as far as he's going to get. Okay, J. Caesar is going to lead us out for this one. Followed by Bondo, Donkey Shot, Vectra, Beastie Bub, Potter McPot, Old Fiction, Ace Killer. Again, holding him on the line for an awful long time. Caesar not getting a good start then. Oh, he's decided not to go for the out. Oh, yeah, sorry. Oh. How is J. Caesar? What? I'm looking at first place. Why? Why? I was going to say, that was weird. It's Bondo on the top spot. I was going to say, he's suddenly swapped his Audi over. But no, it's Bondo. Just a glitch in the game. Puts in J. Caesar's name above his head. Leading the way, though. Donkey Shot in second. Vectra third. Potter McPot fourth. J. Caesar fifth in that Audi. Old Fiction sixth. Beastie Bub seventh. Ace Killer in eighth. Brinky in ninth. Bachi 10th, Mateus in 11th, Haslander in 12th. No Martin this one, I don't think. Bondo leads then. So Australian. Bloody Bondo, mate. It makes it more international than it already is. Just need an American in here now. Just having a look at Potter McPot, Vectra side by side coming through there on the run down through foxholes. Vectra, I think, has just got the advantage. Still side by side for these two. J. Caesar, his car is far too wide to fit through any gaps through there. Oh, a little bit of a wing bump from Vectra coming through that corner. Nudged Potter McPot wide enough for J. Caesar to come through. Managed to get it back on track, only loses a position, Potter. Old Fiction in sixth. Ace Killer 7th. Brinky in 8th. Bachi right behind him in 9th. Beastie Bub in 10th. Mateus in 11th. And Haslander in 12th. Can he make anything in this race from the back? Bondo, oh, Bondo, almost off track through there. Wasn't anywhere for Donkey Shot to go. He almost threw himself off track anyway. Bondo, couple of wheels on the grass for him. Sorry, Donkey Shot. Vectra holding that third then. Oh, I thought he'd got that corner all wrong. I thought he'd come in there a little bit hot. I thought J. Caesar were going to move past him. Yet. J. Caesar 4th, then Potter in 5th. Old Fiction in 6th. Ace Killer 7th. Brinky in 8th. Bachi 9th, still pretty tightly packed at the moment. Beastie Bub in 10th. Mateus in 11th. It's kicking off again at the front. J. Caesar and Vectra having a go at each other, was it? Or Potter McPot? Come on, camera. No, apologies. It was Vectra and Old Fiction. Vectra making a mistake there and dropping all the way down to 6th position. J. Caesar into 3rd, then Potter McPot 4th. Old Fiction pushing him around that corner. Looking for a way past, but very, very difficult to overtake. Big pile of BMWs streaming through that corner then. Being led by Bondo here though. Towards the carousel, Donkey Shot closes up on him. Nowhere to go into carousel though. No, Bondo from the lead down to 12th. The carousel absolutely catching him out. That gives Donkey Shot now the lead of the race. J. Caesar into second, Potomac Pot now third, Old Fiction fourth. Everybody moving up a position due to Bondo's disappearance. It is Donkey Shot, the lead driver at the minute, being harassed by oh no, Donkey Shot. Oh, I think another driver's just been clobbered there as well. Oh, J. Caesar getting a tag. I think just trying to take avoiding action with Donkey Shot's disappearance. Yeah, I think that's caused Potomac Pot to clip his back end and absolutely send him. That's given him 4 seconds penalty. I don't think there's anything Potter could do there. That is a harsh penalty for Potomac Pot. Again, Donkey Shot just getting it all wrong. J. Caesar looking for a way past him. I think he just pulled across the track in front of Potter. Potter could do nothing, absolutely nothing. So that 4 seconds is going to kick him right in the place where it hurts on this back straight. He's certainly going to lose a position to Old Fiction and Ace Killer. If not a couple more, if he keeps driving himself off track like that. Might even lose a position to Brinky here. Oh, he's going to lose more positions than that, Potter. There's drivers all over the place. Grass on the track all over the place. Potomac Pot trying to gather this BMW up. He's got 4 seconds to try and lose here as well, but he's going to lose all sorts of positions. Let's see. Oh, what a stomp. What an absolute stomp. Look at it. Look, everybody just compiling past him as he tries to get himself back up to speed. Tucks himself in behind J. Caesar, but we've got Bondo, Donkey Shot coming up pretty quickly. Mateus has made a mistake as well. He drops himself to 12th. It's now Old Fiction leading the race. Chaotic, busy lap 1 in. Then just drivers being sent left, right and centre here. Old Fiction though leads us through to hold the lead in race 1. Lap 1. Sorry, not race 1, lap 1. What can Ace Killer do into these tight corners now? Is he just going to stick with Old Fiction and go for the move up the Dottinger? Is he going to be able to find space before the Dottinger to get past him? Can Bachi close that gap up? Oof, tail end of that Porsche nearly letting him go. Haslander as well, starting from the back of the pack. Already into 4th. Handed to him by a couple of drivers' departure. Vectra just finds himself with a half a second penalty. He ran himself off track a little bit too far. Brinky in 6th, Beastie Bud in 7th, J. Caesar in 8th. Potomac Pot back up to speed, but down in 9th position. Bondo in 10th, Donkey Shot in 11th, Mateus in 12th. Old Fiction and Ace Killer still within touching distance really. Bachi 2.7 seconds back from the top 2. Haslander another 1.4 seconds back there. Reasonably sized gaps that it's going to take a mistake for these two to close any gaps up. Vectra with a little penalty to lose. He'll lose that position to Brinky if they stay like this when they hit that penalty zone. Caesar, that Audi getting a little bit wayward through there, loses a bit of time. Beastie Bud closes up on him, sitting in 8th at the minute. Potomac Pot in 9th. He's got Bondo for company. Donkey Shot not too far back either. Mateus a little bit too far down to make any moves. 3.2 seconds back at the minute. And these two still bolted together. 0.4 of a second between them. Any gap really. Ace Killer. Little flash of the lights to Old Fiction. Come on, mate. Right behind you. Get out of my way is what he's saying. Nothing in it between these two. Ace Killer just gets a slightly better exit round there. Old Fiction goes slightly defensive into this turn. Makes his BMW as wide as he possibly can. Ace Killer's got to try again. 0.3 of a second. Bachi and Haslander in no position to have a go at these two. Still just 1/4 of a second in it between them. Old Fiction and Ace Killer. On board with Ace Killer, closing up on Old Fiction. Again, nowhere to go through this next little section of corners. Ace Killer just backing off the throttle on the run into there. Knows he's going to carry too much speed if he sticks behind Old Fiction. Hard on the brakes then into this right-hander up the hill towards the carousel. Gap at 0.6 of a second between these two. This is where we saw Bondo get it wrong on lap 1. Haslander then closes the gap up on Bachi and overtakes him. So maybe a slight mistake from Bachi. Both of these drivers now 3 seconds behind Ace Killer. Almost bumper to bumper as well for these two. Vector at holding 5th. Got Jay Caesar behind him now. Beastie Bub in 7th, Potter McPot in 8th, Bondo in 9th, Mateus in 10th, Donkey Shot in 11th, Brinky's made a mistake, he now drops to 12th. Back to the front, Old Fiction still under all sorts of pressure here from Ace Killer. Final lap, Ace Killer's going to be in a good position to go for a move if he can get these last few corners right. Still just a half a second in it. Haslander slowly bringing that time down. There he is, just 2.7 seconds behind these two. Again, it's a big ask, but it's not impossible. Ace Killer keeping himself firmly bolted to the rear end of Old Fiction through these last couple of turns. That to his advantage on the Dottinger straight for sure. A turbo whistle as they stop on the throttle into the lamb shank, then Dottinger straight to go. The gap at 0.5 of a second as they hit the Dottinger. Is it enough? Is it enough? It's 0.6 actually. Starts to fall now though. Under that 0.6 mark is not going to be enough, I don't think. I think Old Fiction's going to take the win here. Slipstream just not doing enough for Ace Killer for him to close that gap up. The car's too wide, that's what it is. It does close up an Old Fiction into these last couple of corners, but it's going to be too late, unfortunately. Old Fiction is going to hold the line through these last couple of corners. Is going to take the win here as Ace Killer comes home in 2nd. Bachi does take 3rd. What happened to Haslan? What happened to him? Where's he gone? Jay Caesar takes 4th. Vectra takes 5th. Beastie Bub comes home in 6th. Has he got the mini carousel wrong? Beastie Bub trying to take out the flagman. Potter taking 7th. Mateus 8th. Donkey Shot in 9th. Brinky in 10th. Bondo in 11th, and Haslander comes home in 12th. Wow. Wow. Must have made a terrible mistake just on the run into the Dottinger, because he was only 2.7 seconds behind 2nd place. Shame. Okay. I'll do one more. you go. Next race at, well, on my time, 21:50. But if you're in Germany, I think it's 20:50. If you're J. Caesar, God knows what time it is. I think it's stupid o'clock in the morning. That's what I think. Because I have meetings with Americans, and they sort of book their meetings at 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon when it's when it's like 8, 9 o'clock in the morning there. So along those timelines, you're kind of, Mexico's somewhere in America, isn't it? So you're within that realm. Don't get me wrong, we also have maniac Australians that throw themselves in these lobbies, and I know it is the crack of dawn when they're racing with us at 9 o'clock at night. It is absolutely crack of dawn for them. Did you see the sprint race? What sprint race, Duco? What sprint race? Formula 1? Is that what you're talking about? Is that what you're talking about? If you are, no. I haven't watched Formula 1. Caesar, it's 3:46 p.m. Oh, it's not that far behind then. Okay, wow. No, you do go like I say, since the Americans took over the F1, I literally haven't watched it. No offense, Americans, but I just wasn't having it. F1 was ours. We should have kept that. Didn't need a precise exact time there, Caesar, by the way. Haslander has left the room. So this is going to be the last race of the stream. The lobbies, I think, are going to stay open until 10:30, so they'll probably see another 1, maybe 2 races after this. So if you are watching, you fancy getting yourself in, there are still a couple of spaces available in the lobby. So yeah, I suppose it'll stay open until 10:30. So if you want a couple of laps at Nordschleife against these lot, throw yourselves in. Someone is hurting a set of tyres somewhere. Is it Beastie? He was trying to do this earlier, wasn't he? He's trying to do a full lap in reverse. Got to be careful. Steering it in reverse can absolutely send you round, but had visions of him leaning over his seat, giving it one of them. Check the livery, Duco says. Well, that doesn't help. When you chuck yourself in the pits, I can't see the livery, Duco. There it is. The warp systems. Again, if you want underfloor heating, this is the man you need to go and see. Duco Verwiss. Got another man doing a backwards lap here. Race without trace. Without trace of what, Luke? What could you possibly be referring to? Can I get a zoom in on that? Can I get a zoom in on that? Can I? No, damn it. There's writing underneath where it says race without a trace. Beastie Bub still going. He's almost halfway round. He's got all the stickers on his car. Not quite sure what that spark plug's doing. Oh, he's run out of fuel. No, he doesn't. Seems odd to have to press the reverse button to watch him driving the right way round Nordschleife, but in reverse. He's never going to get around a full lap by the time this race starts, is he? Vectra, good luck, that's it. You're done. You and Ace Killer. There it is. All inputs stop. Okay, Daniel C. Bold is going to lead us away for race, well, the final race of the evening on the stream anyway. Followed by Bondo. Having that great big mistake. He's changed car actually for this next race. See how he gets on in that. Red lights go on then. Again, held for a fair amount of time on the line. It's a good start by Daniel C. Bold. I'm not sure if that's got to be Daniel Seabold, doesn't it? I assume. Bondo in second, then Brinky in third. Donkey shot in fourth. Oh, we've got a driver backwards already. Who's that that's fallen off the field already? It's Vectra, lobby host. Drops to 12th early on. It's going to take him a while to get up to speed as well. He's going to lose an awful lot of time early on. Let's see what the gap is by the time he is fully up to speed. Damage front and back though. Oh, what a kick. He's already 10 seconds off the back of Old Fiction, 17 seconds off the back of race leader Daniel Seabold. Car's repaired itself now then, so he can get back to pressing. This man new to the lobby, Daniel Seabold, leading the way, 1.9 seconds over Bondo. Bondo under all sorts of pressure from Brinky and a donkey shot. Brinky up the inside to the outside on Bondo. Oh, he's had to back off through there though. Still trying to run it around the outside of Bondo, not to work. Donkey shot has a little look himself up the inside of Brinky. Brinky having to just go a little bit slow with Bondo in the way, so Donkey shot well within his rights to have a look. Mateus in fifth, then Pot sixth, Beastie in seventh, got J Caesar in eighth, Bachi in ninth, Ace Killer in 10th, Old Fiction in 11th, and Vectra in 12th. 12 seconds down off the pack. 1 3/4 laps left of Nordschleife. Daniel Seabold leads 2.3 seconds. Bondo opting for a car change for this one. Going for the Toyota for this last race on the stream. Brinky right behind him, looking for another way past already. I think he is side by side, not quite. Bondo just able to carry the speed through that corner. Brinky couldn't do anything, but he has just kept himself out of danger. Again, goes for the move. Tyre squeal through there. Beastie gets a little bit sideways. Brinky almost pushing Bondo now. So coming on to up towards a reasonably fast section. Can Brinky do anything with this one? So after this next right-hander, oh no, that's it, that was it. It didn't take the speed it took. Oh, look at this, Brinky might not gain advantage after all. I think he just let off the throttle. Look at this. He just let off the throttle as Bondo got it all wrong. And that has allowed Donkey shot through into second. Mateus has also managed to sneak through in another BMW. So drops Brinky to 4th position, now with Potomac Pot nipping at his heels. Jay Caesar in 7th. He's also under stress here from Bondo, who's just made that mistake. Oh, there might be more drivers. No, I thought there was more drivers off track then. Still battling for position through there. Ace Killer through to 7th. What's going to happen here? Old Fiction past Bondo as well into 8th. Bondo now 9th. Beastie Bub 10th. I think he's made a mistake. Bachi's made a mistake as well. He's dropped himself down to 11th. 12 seconds off the back of Beastie. 20 seconds off of race leader. Vectra another 16 seconds behind him in 12th. So this man, Daniel Seabold, making it look easy now then in lap 1. 2.3 second lead over Donkey. Mateus risking it for a biscuit through there, pushing it a little bit hard, but not enough to get that car unstuck from the tarmac, and he managed to keep it bolted right behind Donkey Shot through those turns. Ultimate Pot then past Brinky. Brinky pushing it, another 2 wheels on the grass through there, loses a couple of tenths to Potomac Pot. Caesar in the Audi then. Killer not too far behind him, 0.3 of a second. Again, such a difficult track to overtake on. You've almost got to wait for those straights or mistakes. Old Fiction in 8th. Beastie Bub in 9th. Got Bondo 10th. Bachi in 11th. Vectra 24 seconds down now. Another mistake maybe just fuming and decided not to race. Oh, Donkey Shot goes wide. Mateus fires himself across the bow. They're both off track. Oh, Donkey Shot's off. Mateus is off. I think they both, I don't think there's any contact. I don't think there was contact. I could be wrong, but there's no damage on their cars. I don't think there was. Yeah, I think Donkey Shot just cutting across the nose of Mateus, carrying far too much speed. Mateus then on completely the wrong line. Donkey Shot also on the wrong line, and both of them ended off track through there. So from the front to the back almost for them. So Daniel Seabold. Towards the, he's got it wrong a little bit. He's gathered it back up, takes a cone out, nearly bins it on that final corner. Loses an awful lot of that lead as well. So from 2.3, 2.4 or whatever it was sat at, it's now 1.5 seconds. Potomac Pot and Brinky will be hunting him down then. Final lap here at Nordschleife then. Brinky 3rd, Old Fiction 4th, Ace Killer 5th, Jay Caesar in 6th, Donkey Shot in 7th, Beastie Bub 8th, Mateus in 9th, Bondo 10th, Bachi in 11th, Vectra 12th. He's not even off the Dottinger straight yet, Vectra. That gap falling again then. Daniel Seabold 1.3 seconds lead over Potomac Pot. Seconds, just over. Okay, gets that gap below 1.2 seconds, 1.1. Down through foxholes we go. Brinky still within touching distance, just 3/4 of a second back himself. Any slight mistake from Potomac Pot will allow Brinky through, possibly Old Fiction as well. Gap opening and then closing, less than a second between them now then. Well within slipstream range at the minute for Potomac Pot. slowly closing up on Daniel Siebold, especially on the longer straights. Not so much on these shorter little punchy sections, but definitely on the longer, faster points. Oh, Potter Pot. Pushing it a little bit too hard, maybe dipping some wheels on the grass. Just slowing him down. That gap stretches back up to a second. Still plenty of drivers behind looking for a way past as well. Brinky just 1.1 seconds back. Old Fiction right behind him. Ace Killer right behind him. Jay Caesar then drops to 6th. Falls off that pack a little bit. Donkey Shot in 7th. Beastie Bum 8th. Mateus in 9th. Bachi sideways almost in the Porsche in 10th. Bondo in 11th. And Vectra 12th. Okay, mistake by Daniel Siebold, then Potter, 0.6 of a second behind him now. He's got a tinted rear window. Gap at 3/4 of a second, 0.7. Pretty fast section here as well. And gap starting to fall down, but it won't be close enough to go for a move into this next corner. Half a second, Potter takes out 1/4 of a second from him then. Brinky's still well within this fight as well, look. So everybody else just piling around that corner, heading up towards Carousel then. Oh, Daniel Siebold gets it a little bit wrong through there. And look at them now, literally bumper to bumper. Siebold, Potter, Brinky, BMW, 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 first, second and third. Now can Daniel Siebold handle the pressure of having two drivers quite so close? 0.8 of a second between the top three. Another BMW getting involved here. Old Fiction and TOR Ace Killer closing the gap up. It's BMW 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the minute. Audi in 6th position. Another BMW in 7th. Porsche in 8th. Another BMW in 9th. Mateus. It's not a rally car. Bachi in another Porsche. Bondo in the Toyota and Vectra in a BMW, but it's not been his friend tonight, I don't think. So gap opens up a little bit, just over a second between the top three. Old Fiction getting a good toe off of Brinky now as well. Ace Killer as well, still getting a toe here. Coming up towards the last few corners. Daniel Siebold deep through there. Potter's going to carry way more speed coming into this mini carousel. Oh, Daniel Siebold, dirty tyres. He dipped them on the outside on the way through that corner. And they were the outside tyres coming through that last corner there, which just didn't give him the grip. He spun out. Now he's got to try and get himself back up to speed without causing chaos for anybody else. And that does release Potter into the lead of the race. 0.9 of a second. Just opening that gap up as well. Brinky and Old Fiction bumper to bumper. Now can Old Fiction go for the move here? Closing up on Brinky. We've seen Old Fiction give one nudge and then go for the move, but he's gone straight for the move this time, side by side with Brinky, then carrying more speed up and over the hill. Potter McPot still holding that top spot, but the gap coming down as they carry more speed through this particular section. Is Old Fiction that gets through. Brinky has a little look around the outside, hoping that Old Fiction gets it wrong. Look at this big pile of BMWs. Potter taking the win. Old Fiction second. Brinky takes third. Ace Killer takes fourth. Jay Caesar coming home in fifth. Donkey taking 6th. Does he? Yes, he does. Daniel Siebold just losing out on that position. Taking 7th for him. Beastie Bub taking 8th. Mateus taking across the line, Mateus. There you go. Taking 9th. Bachi taking 10th. Bondo coming home in 11th. Bondo coming home in 11th. And then we just wait for this man, lobby host Vectra 111. Yeah, getting tangled up early on, unfortunately. I think that just disheartened him throughout the whole race. And there it is. Last race of the evening for me. Andre, you didn't say you were in the chat. You didn't say. I'm always live, Andre. I never do post-race. I'm always live, all right? Don't give me that nonsense. Where's your notifications on the YouTube app to tell you when I'm live so you can watch every race? Looking at you, Andre. I won't point at the chat. I'll point at you, Andre. No problem, Brinky. No problem at all. That wasn't a bad lobby, actually. I wasn't... I've seen it before. I didn't know what it was going to be like to commentate on. I don't mind Nordschleife at all, but, you know, sometimes the cameras can be a bit jinky. It's a thin track. It doesn't always give you the best views, but... So, put your notifications on. It's not my job to put your notifications on for you, Andre. You've got a very tech-savvy son who knows how to do that. Yeah? You see it underneath the video where it says subscribe. When you click that, it'll say... Do you want all notifications? And then click that and you'll get them all. All right? Not just the ones your son's racing in. All right? But yes, Potter McPot taking a win there. No problem. No problem at all, gentlemen. But yeah, that's going to be it from me tonight, people. Again, that's a new one, the Ring Calf. It's going to be Saturday nights from 8 o'clock. Yeah. You've seen the format. It's 2 lap races here at Nordschleife, GR3, bop on, all that sort of stuff. No tyre wear, just out and out racing. You know, again, there's incidents and accidents, and the majority of the time, if it is somebody's fault, thank you, Andre, thank you very much. If it is somebody's fault, they usually give the place back. But in certain situations, you don't know if it's your fault or their fault, and it just becomes a bit, you know. But yes, same time, same place next week, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock UK time. Whatever time it is, wherever you live, time is 8 o'clock, right? I'm looking at the top right-hand side. It says 22:08. So whatever time that is on yours, minus 2 hours, that's when I'll be streaming, all right? I've got the streams coming up as well. Nothing tomorrow night. That's been postponed due to the F1. Monday night's F1 Classics has been cancelled because not enough drivers were turning up. But we are back next week for the Alpha 155 League. That's from Lago Maggiore. So that's 3 10-minute sprint races in the Alpha 155s. And then back next Sunday for the following round of the GT 500s as well. That's 9 o'clock for both of those. And Saturday night, 8 o'clock for these. But yeah, that's it from me. I hope you've all liked what you've watched. If you have, make sure you click all those like buttons and do what Andre's done. Turn all your notifications on and that kind of stuff. And then you won't miss out on anything, will you? But other than that, I hope you like what you've watched. If you have, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Most of all, what I want you to do, tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.